Trump came out on Friday and he said, or Friday or Saturday, he came out and said in a series of posts that Iran has agreed to everything. They're going to turn over their enriched uranium to us. They promise they're not going to ever again enrich uranium. They're opening the strait. He went down the list, and everyone said, well, we haven't heard that from the Iranian side. And then a few hours later, the Iranian government responded and said, we don't have any idea what they're talking about. We didn't agree to any of these things. Where did you get these from? So, I mean, Trump continues to undermine his credibility by making statements like this. And people are starting to wonder if they should believe anything he says. But so here's the latest. If you go to that one, Dr. Paul, you introduced it. It's highly unlikely that the U.S. will extend the Iran ceasefire. Lots of bombs will go off if no deal. Trump is sort of like a broken record on this. So all these threats play in the markets. Someone inside the White House is making a lot of money when Trump makes these statements. But here's what he said. Highly unlikely they'll extend the ceasefire. Iran's military, after Sunday's U.S. seizure of an Iran-flagged cargo ship, they'll take the necessary action against the U.S. military. Now, this is the U.S. boarded an Iranian ship and seized it, i.e. stole it. Vance intends to depart Tuesday to Pakistan. Now, that's very unclear what's that's going to be. Now, go to the next one. Now, here's what he's told PBS. Nuclear weapons will be discussed with Iran at the talks. Now, this is just him saying it. And here he goes again, Dr. Paul. No nuclear weapons. Very simple. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. So if that is the case, then these talks should go pretty quickly because Iran says, hey, we don't have one. We don't want one. Tulsi Gabbard in the National Intelligence Office say they're not developing one. We know they're not. So if that's the case, no nuclear weapons, there's really not much to talk about. They could probably just send an email. Okay, gotcha. You know,
the initiation of this insane war that's going on is so mixed up and so ingrained in our thinking that you have millions of people saying, go get them, go get them. Except the only thing we can cling to, Daniel, is the fact that if you look at the people in this country, a few of them are getting fed up with it, and a few more tomorrow, and a few more the next day, and that will end. But that's after. I mean, they finally got fed up with Vietnam and all these places, but that's after so many people will have to die, and so much suffering from the waste and the bankruptcy that we suffer, that it's better to have prevention than try to take care of these kind of problems. And this is not following the principle of prevention as a good policy to have.
But what's interesting about this whole focus on the Strait of Hormuz being quote-unquote blocked, on again, off again, blocked and then reblocked, is that this wasn't an issue before President Trump decided to launch a sneak attack against Iran. The strait was open, and they hadn't even factored in the possibility of Iran closing it. They completely discounted the one most important piece of leverage that Iran has, because it doesn't have a nuke. It's never had a big air force since the Shah went down. They've never had a conventional navy. They have an unconventional asymmetric navy. They've never had these things. The one piece of leverage they have is the Strait of Hormuz. And apparently no one at the White House or no one at the Pentagon, I suspect they actually did, and intelligence, I suspect that they already did game this into it. But President Trump didn't want to hear it. He wanted yes men to tell him, no, you go, Mr. President. This is going to be easy. And he had Netanyahu as well telling, it's going to be easy, just go for it. So how could they miscalculate to this level?